All right, so before we get started, you see the button right there. I don't even know what it's called, like the settings button. You see the settings button right, like round about here. Press that button and make sure that this video is set to 4K HDR.
I haven't felt the sun or the blowing of the wind. Don't know where it goes. Haven't heard where she's been. To be happy, stay strong, to feel love, to be known. I haven't read a book without skipping a page. I don't take the time. I don't know how to wait. To be happy, to stay strong, to feel love, to be known. I haven't felt the stars, I haven't seen the moon. I wrote them all in song so I could sing for you. To be happy, to stay strong, to feel love, to be known. To be happy, to stay strong, to feel love, to be known.
So this is what we are looking like in Dolby Vision coming out of Luna. And actually, I think this is, no, I don't think actually, I know this is the last kind of main color mode. Oh shit. There's a spider on the lens. Oh, do you know what? Let me leave it, see if it calls over. I was gonna call over. Oh no, it's on the other one. Wait. Yeah, it's on the other one. I don't think you'll see it, that's really small. Anyway, this is what we're looking like at Dolby Vision. I think this is, no, sorry, I know this is the last kind of main color mode that I need to test on Luna. I've done the 8K, 4K, auto, iLog, low light, all of that. And here we are now, Dolby Vision. There's a few things to note. There are a few things to note. Sorry, I've got to get rid of the spider. Sorry. There's a few things to know with Dolby Vision, right? So when you are viewing Dolby Vision back, you can only view true Dolby Vision back on a Dolby Vision compatible device. If you're watching the videos back on a non-compatible device, the videos will still play, but they will drop down to regular HDR. However, with YouTube does accept Dolby Vision uploads, but it doesn't stream them, it doesn't play it back in Dolby Vision, even if the viewer is watching on a Dolby Vision compatible device. In that case, again, it will accept the upload as a Dolby Vision upload, and it will play it back, YouTube will play it back in regular HDR. Now, the thing to keep in mind with all this HDR shit is it is totally normal for a video to look different across different devices. For example, let's say person 1 was watching this video right now, right, in HDR on an iPhone, and person 2 was watching the same video in HDR on a TV. There's a chance that the video will look slightly or very different, which is, like I said, totally normal, because each device, each monitor interprets things like color, like brightness, metadata differently. So each display is going to look slightly different. Some displays will make it look really great, some will make it look good, some will make them look really bad, and some will make them look shit. When I watch the montage that you've just watched back on my iPhone, my iPad, my MacBook, my TV, my Samsung Fold and all of that, yeah, let's just say the video definitely looks different across those devices. But like I said, that's totally normal. So if you do watch things back on different devices, don't be shocked if, yeah, colors and brightness look slightly different across those different devices. The other thing to remember is not everyone will be watching videos back on a HDR compatible device. Forget about a Dolby Vision compatible device. Not everyone will be watching it back on a HDR compatible device. In that case, YouTube will still again play the video, but this time it will drop it down to like just like standard, like bog standard video, like just like no HDR, just standard video. So what I'm trying to say is YouTube will still play the video. It won't just be like a black screen, but yeah, it will just be like standard. All right, let's get a bit of that sun behind us. There we go, look at that. Look at that. Right, so you know when like usually you go into certain modes and like certain cameras, like it's like, oh, you can't do this or you can do that if you turn off that, like, you know the deal. With Dolby Vision, you'll be pleased to know I've actually only found 2 things you can't do whilst in Dolby Vision. Everything else you can do, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Those 2 things are, you cannot turn any filters on, which makes sense, and you cannot turn beautify on, which I guess makes sense. Those are the only 2 restrictions. Those are the only 2 restrictions. Everything else you can do, including using the full like zoom range. So let me turn this around actually, and let's do a little zoom range test. Obviously this is 1 times, this is 2 times, this is 3 times, this is 6 times. Let's try and get on that leaf. And now this is 12 times. How's that leafy looking? So yeah, you've got the full zoom range, which is pretty cool. There's no like restrictions, and obviously bring it back to 1 times. The other thing that you have full control over whilst in Dolby Vision, the other thing you have full control over whilst in Dolby Vision is the saturation and contrast and sharpness, which I've said in other videos, amazing touch to be able to do that in camera. So far, every single clip in this video you've watched, the saturation has been on number 5. And you might be shocked about that, but actually in the test that I did, like leading up to obviously shooting this video, I actually really like the saturation in number 5. Obviously the whole point in the whole HDR thing is like to get the colors popping and all of that. And I did various tests in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I actually viewed those clips back on a couple of different devices, and I came to the conclusion that 5 just looks great. Like I said, HDR is all about that popping color. So if that look is not the look you like this is not my favorite look, I'll be honest, but when we're talking about Dolby Vision HDR like we are today, mate, I want to make the most out of that. I want to make the most out of this popping HDR shit. So I'm turning it all the way up. But that's the great thing about Luna, like I've said in other videos, like with the saturation, contrast and all that, you have the option. So everyone's taste is going to be different. So you can bring it down if you think it's too much, or bring it up if you think it's too little. Like I said, so far we've been in 5 throughout this whole video. Let me bring it down so you can see what it looks like when we bring it down. So I've brought it down to number 2 now. When I was doing these tests, like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, I did notice there wasn't as much of a jump or a loss of color as like when you're in auto mode and you do the same thing. Like it wasn't as noticeable, if that makes sense. But like I just said, like the whole idea for me with HDR and all this Dolby Vision stuff is like the popping colors. So I'm like, mate, whack that shit up to number 5. But like I said, this is the great thing about it. If you think it's too much, then yeah, bring it down and do whatever you need to do later in post. That's the great thing. It's all like, it's down to you, which is why I think it's great that they've put that slider in camera. All right, a couple more things before we wrap shit up. I haven't noticed any major overheating issues or drainage of battery issues with Luna while shooting in Dolby Vision, which is great. When you are editing your HDR Dolby Vision videos in whatever software you're editing your videos in, make sure all your export settings, color space settings are correct. Usually if you were kind of exporting a bog standard video, it would be like Rec 709 and all of that. If you do that with a video like this, it's just going to export as a standard video, so make sure the color space is set correctly to Rec 2100. The other thing is, when you do go to upload your Dolby Vision HDR videos to YouTube takes much longer to process HDR videos, so you've got to be patient. If you do want to have your video go live as a HDR video, double triple check that the video has processed as a HDR video before it goes live. For example, this video you're watching right now, it wouldn't make any sense for me to let this video go live if the HDR side of things hadn't finished processing. Like it just wouldn't make sense. So just be patient, because yeah, YouTube takes a little bit longer to process HDR videos, so keep checking back. And if it does seem like it's freezing and not getting anywhere after, like, I don't know, 48 hours, maybe delete the video and re-upload it, because I had to do that once with one of the test videos that I uploaded when I was like watching it back on different devices, like I said earlier. So yeah, just be patient when uploading. And there we go. This is what we've been looking like in Dolby Vision coming out of Luna. Is it my favorite mode of modes? No, but it's not all about me. Let me know what you think, because you know what would be interesting here? Each and every one of you has watched this on a different device. Obviously, some people will be watching on the same iPhone, same TV, same MacBook, but there'll be a whole different variety of devices that have watched this video. Some will have thought this video looks great. Some will have thought this video doesn't look so great, and some will think this video looks absolutely shit. So I'll be very interested. How has this video looked to you on the device that you're watching it on? Is it Dolby Vision on or Dolby Vision off?